2020 could be their time. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get it on.
Khabib Gaethje, baby. That's that energy right there. I love that. All right. Well, 5 armor buy up here for Vitality. Oh, man, it's a quick rush. The train is coming up short shelf right now from the tees.
Tapping away. Apex desperate for one. Little bomb tap. That's a fake. Tried to bait out any grenades. Yeah, but none on the docket. Apex sprints in. Executes Tess. Cadian kills Ziwu. Cadian looking for another on the flank. Oh my god, the rest of Heroic focus forward and just absolutely blast away the pistol.
Oh, let's go. Let's turn into 100.
Crack it open.
Leave it there. Oh, crack open the coke. Yeah. Let's do this thing down. After a pistol round like that, I feel like he's given the coke the caffeine. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The secret ingredient.
He's like, I need a little down. Yeah.
Frag grenade over the top of middle. He leads the charge here. Will he expect Masuda to be so close on the left? Yeah, he's gonna weather the storm. Oh, I thought there was a second CT behind box because he shot, but it's somebody top B stairs. I was confused. Stown's not, though. He's on one. Ready to go. 280 ADR at the start of this second round.
What will it cost to get the mini-map into like a skybox model that you can turn?
Ooh, 3-dimensional interactive.
Yeah. I mean, we're getting more and more verticality in these maps. The consistent theme. Nuke's becoming popular. Vertigo.
Do we have the technology?
Yeah, we do, I think.
Do we have the budget?
Andrew's been right under her nose the whole time.
Smoke grenade to be thrown out by Borup. Vitality, don't forget, Scout and an MP9. And the sniper is in position on Apex with Shocks in front of him. He's going to wield the Deeg. Who gets killed first in this position? 35 seconds left over. Heroic, man, really taking their time. Ziwu peeking short side. That's Borup and Nico with SMGs. The Deegs reign supreme. And Stown now getting his second kill of the round. Man advantage held onto for Vitality. They go over top of the box trying to clear out Apex. His sidearm body bags yet another. Cadian tries to slide and he is denied. Vitality force buy for the second.
Wait up. Do we have a game on our hands? That's full eco, basically. I mean, they get the Deagles. I think you got 2 body shots coming in on that ramp player, and then Ziwu's continuing the heat from both Inferno and Nuke. The tail end of Nuke, he's starting to turn up. Maybe things get interesting. Firebombs land on both B and mid, but it's a focus now on the lower A ramp for Heroic. They're jumping up quick. Cadian to lead the charge.
Ooh. Softens him up. Very much jumbled up, grouped together. Smokes on the bomb site. That could make things awkward if Ziwu wasn't just blowing heads off through the smoke. God, he makes it look easy. Goes over top of it. There's his 3rd kill. There's his 4th kill.
Oh my god.
Stown will stop him, but bomb still planted. Deagle in hand. Desperate situation. The corpses stack. There's a selection of pistols for Vitality to choose from, and that's going to be their second round. So 2-1 for the Frenchman.
We know who Nevera's watching. He's always sitting there between Ziwu and RPK. Yeah. I mean, or in an assist for Ziwu.
So close to the ace.
Crazy.
Look at this.
I mean, listen, this is what the A site's all about. So if you can do this, they can win.
Oh man, so
be a lot of smoke spams and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta get you gotta be able to get down and dirty when it comes to Vertigo.
Let's see how he plays it.
Let's. Nothing really down there for him. 2 AK buy from Heroic, putting all their marbles in the hands of Cadian and Stown.
And it's kind of crazy, like, teams do not double stack B pretty much ever, right? And we got the one-on-one going on at mid. This is a pretty strong position for Vitality to be in for this amalgamation of different weapons from the T side to be coming up. See how comfortable they are on these angles.
RPK's itching. Shocks, one and done. Oh, Nico through the wood. Sends RPK sailing. Minute on the clock. No need to commit. Just stop. Hold your horses. 45 seconds and they will rock back. Can Borup blow open this A site? Well, he would have to knock over Apex. And then we've also got Ziwu in elevator room. Borup actually holding on site, hearing all of these footsteps, may be further ahead than the CTs expect, but Apex doesn't matter. Focused on the angle, bombarded by frag
Go back.
Yes, they do, because Nico all the while has still been chilling on this B ramp, and he sees that the rotate's over. They pulled Masuda off of B when not necessarily needed. And now Nico's in a prime position to try and lock this down for the bomb plant. MP9 is up, damage being output by Masuda, but he's cleared by Nico's nade. Ziwu, 3 HP, 2 Ts ahead. Down drops him, and Nico wraps it to take a second for Heroic. We are 4 rounds deep, and we've had 2 force buy wins already.
This is gloves off. I mean, I felt like coming into this, I was drinking the Kool-Aid, you know? It felt like, okay, Heroic, you're just going to be too good at this map. It's going to be tough. Without Inferno, they started to fizzle out a little bit. Vitality, they look ready for a scrappy match. Like, they know how to win this map. It's not something they've done very much, but starting to believe in a long game here at the very minimum. Heroic, they're doing well, though, to pull out rounds like that. Nico's so good at lurking over on B. Tessus goes down early. It's a big win here for Vitality, but it's a win countered for Cadian. And we'll look for the fallback at mid. Now, it's a big lurk game here as Apex decides what he wants to do at mid, but he's not going to see anybody. He takes the risk to go ahead and spot. And Ziwu, for some reason, of all players, right? He's got a deagle. Okay, he picks up an M4. And he spotted a shoulder pack, I think.
Tries to bite off more than he can chew. 3 Ts shoot through him. There's 4 of them. Oh, yeah. Uh-oh, indeed.
I mean, it kind of worked, even though it slightly missed.
Oh my god, he's going to walk in on this. Ah, but Borup's so ready. That's his first kill of the round, but it leaves RPK and Shocks stranded on the other side of the map. So you call this one a save. Heroic going to get back that lead, 3-2.
It's such a painful angle, isn't it? Like that short shelf peak when you're pushing up and you have to make that big turn, and they could just be anywhere crouched down looking up at you. It doesn't feel good. It really doesn't.
I want to say it's the worst thing about Vertigo.
Right. They need to work on that a little bit. I think that short shelf angle, you know, this A ramp kind of flat.
It's under construction for a reason. If you know what I'm saying?
Right. They need to finish up.
Yeah, like, come on, Valve.
It's been a year. Let's finish Vertigo. This place barely has walls on it.
Bomb pops off, and as said, Heroic, they'll get that lead. But they do allow the 2 M4s to be saved here for Vitality.
Yeah, that's something nice. I wonder if they actually begin to go aggressive on the B side, if they're going to continue to play like a 2-1-2. It's very brave of Vitality to play like that, to be honest. They're still doing it, actually. In fact, the 2 rifles are going to be here.
Ooh! Ziwu with the opening. And the one thing I do like about the 2 rifle on B site is that if there's nothing there, you flank. And now suddenly, your heaviest firepower is underneath, working in the doldrums.
Scheme them.
We'll see, though. They aggress into mid, M4 included, Stown. Easy pickups. He gets himself 2 kills. Apex will trade it and retrieve one of the rifles, but, you know, they didn't actually throw anybody downwards. They just left Shocks kind of at the base of the B stairs, and then we saw RPK rocket back in mid. So all of this territory that Heroic are now coming to clear out, well, it could have already been taken, but Shox instead, don't be mistaken, still focused in here, but ripped apart by Borup, who is now going to bombard this bomb site with a smoke in front of him already. He's looking for a further entry, and he'll take it. Apex splattered onto Big Green, and Ziwu, with fire at his feet and a frag in his face, walks inwards. How does he manage this clutch? Close enough on the second, but it's Borup to best him with a 3K and a 4th round for Heroic.
He was really close. That was a very nice attempt on the spray transfer. And Borup, we look at Borup's position, the shot looks so easy. We look at Shox's spot at the top of the stairs, we think he's guaranteed one. But you can see Borup, he's very aware of all the potential fights, and it doesn't look like a hard shot for him to hit. So tough to see Vitality losing the duels, especially when they're doubling down on the B stairs hold. Typically you have one person here and they do well enough. When we switch to the next half, Heroic, they're not going to be overstacking the B site and still winning some rounds.
Yeah. I feel like it's because Ziwu plays A that they can even justify having more players at B.
I think that's
like,
it, yeah.
It really is, because he's just always
been getting a deagle kill on most of these rounds. Even the 2M4 round they had on B, he's been able to put up a crazy frag.
There's one from RPK. Terrace getting all the closer. Nico from the top of the stairs fighting over top of Tesses. They have shots pinned into position. He dies, just down. Apex gets in with one, but it's just not enough. Again, doing damage on these types of rounds. I mean, we can't take much away from Vitality, but it's not enough. Not to keep Heroic off of 5, unless Masuda walking in 1v2. Outgunned and done. Tesses hits it. That's him on the scoreboard. Was 0-6 coming into this round. Finishes with the double.
Here's the awkward thing, okay? Because you can play 2 on the B side and try to hold it, but the real charm of the B site is that it's so retakeable. I mean, this is the real problem with B site Vertigo and why people overstack A. Yep. It's one of the most retakeable sites in the game. And I guess if Vitality are uncomfortable with that, that's where they need to work on their Vertigo. But most teams will be able to play 1 there, see if they get a kill, try to stay alive, delay if possible, but then be able to retake B if anything.
That's got to be a one-way. Ooh. Cadian finding Ziwu. He never even saw it coming, and he was looking for that exact duel. Gunner, I have a request. Cadian killing Ziwu. Because obviously right thereafter, that completely crumbles what was the default defense on that A site. Now, Nico's taken over B. There's always a world where they rock it back, but yeah, Masuda, playmaker position, gets the bomb carrier and down, hyper aware of the moment. Now with Nico in unison, they will work closer towards B. RPK in the mix, loses half of his health on that first fight. The bomb goes back the other direction. It's just a game of cat and mouse, and the cat tends to win.
It's tough, always having to juggle, rotate back and forth as a CT. Just getting these mind games played with you. And it looks like a flank might even come in. RPK, none the wiser, will walk through. Look to isolate a 1v1 in the side, and he'll get that, but does he know that they have pushed?
He's been around. He still had him. Just got around the next corner. At what point does RPK turn around? Never. He dies before he knows what hit him. At least it's not a grueling death. Just nice and quick and easy. Yeah, check this out. Ziwu was looking for that exact duel.
Right. Right. It's harder when you're when you're messing with a smoke like that, of course, it's nice to be the guy that is the guy holding, because if you don't move, you're harder to spot in a one-way, of course. So, Lethal Rizzle. The name of the tower that Vertigo is set atop of is Rizzleton Tower and has 51 floors.
That sounds so posh. Jeeves, take me down to Rizzleton Tower. We've got business to attend to.
You sound like you're holding one in.
Hey man, it's 4 maps deep.
Yeah.
Get ready. Is the MP9 on Shox?
We're all pause champed.
What's it gonna do? They continue to fight for this ramp control. I mean, I gotta give Ziwu props. He's trying his hardest, but he is always the first player to either kill or die in this position. It's like their entire A hold relies on Ziwu to do something. And so far, he's getting countered out. We know how good Heroic are at Vertigo. They play it all the time. And Borup, well, he's looking to deny everything further on this A ramp. Does so with the double. RPK, yet again, last man standing. Met by a Molotov. That's got to be discouraging.
Yeah, he's like, man, I'm not trying to bait, but you guys just keep dying so quickly.
And that is the tail of the tape. Yo, fire goes out, bullets go through. RPK goes up and down. Nico closes with his second kill in the round. That's Heroic to lead by 5. 7-2 on this T side.
Such a specialty map for Heroic. And it's something that does highlight a lot of their capabilities as a team. Playing individually, pushing a lot, being in uncomfortable positions. It just, and a lot of rotations, a lot of easy rotations, whether it's T or CT side, gamble stacking. So many things that just kind of feed into the Heroic meta. And love that Stown is so good at this map so consistently.
Yep. Kind of his playground. He's gonna walk into middle. Nice. Between him and Katie, and they just hold down, clamp down on both sides of the mid peak, but Apex, he's able to come out from elevator and shave off 2 as they fumbled up construction.
But they don't.
However, I don't know they know Stown's in here.
No, they don't. They don't. And because they've reclaimed mid, there's no reason for Stalks to watch his flank, but now that he's in a 1v3, the doors are open to Vitality. Okay, he'll grab that first kill. He knows Apex was over at middle at some point or another. The bomb is in control of Vitality. I'm sure he's expecting them to be guarding it. Unfortunately, he's got to get through Ziwu, which, you know, Ziwu's thinking 10 steps ahead. Stown. Oh, dude.
Lit up.
He's so confident about where he plays, how he plays.
He's always making the right plays. Ziwu, right. This was out from behind the sandbags, catches the flank versus Nico, and closes into the side of Stown's head here. So a third round for Vitality. I mean, it looked great for Cadian and Co. as they worked out middle, but we had that big swing out from Apex. He really made the difference, and he is right there with Ziwu at this moment. 11 kills for the King and 10 on Apex. But do not forget that while they're down a map and facing a loss on Vertigo, they are also trailing by 4 rounds still. And the biggest issue that they face may be Stown, round after round, because as you said, his stats so consistent.
Such a good Vertigo player.
New gen.
For sure. And yeah, and the funny part is it's all about their CT side with his double op, as Blood pointed out. Mm-hmm. We know it's coming.
The best is yet to come.
As soon as they get money, he's going to be off. And
he's going to walk into the B stairs and best RPK. Masuda will win the duel down ramp, but he just spotted bomb. Mm-hmm. Ah, what a treat. What a pleasant surprise. If you're on the CT side, Heroic now stuck in a very awkward position. They're taking control of the B site. They've got 40 seconds to do so. Smoke's going to fade in about 10. They could just try to clash this. I don't think there's any way for the flank to actually come help. So they need to get bomb and bring it back. They decide to burst through smoke, and it falls flat. Borup dead to right here. Nico gonna try his damnedest to keep spamming through smoke, but Masuda on the 3-piece, I mean, he's looking to do it all here. And Nico will pick up 1 kill. There is still time, in fact, for Stown to get into the round. He's wrapping around from the A site.
15.
They're gonna catch him. Shocks ready for it. They could just clean up with kills. 10 seconds. If they force the issue, they could just win off frags, but they don't fancy their chances, and you can understand why. It's a 4th round here for Vitality. Playing bomb to perfection.
What was that? How did Masuda get that opening duel? Where'd that
He just killed them all.
Oh, true.
Just killed them all down ramp.
Right.
Look at this. You're dead.
He's looked more and more comfortable. It's good to see. It feels like some of these really talented up-and-coming players, they're scared to take liberties, even though they're revered as like these super talents from from a mechanical perspective or whatever, from wherever they came from, rank S, wherever it was. But then they're scared to show people what they can do. They're scared to make mistakes. Exactly. And what we're seeing with Masuda has been a bit of a glow up. A lot of better and better performances. I think he's only gone negative for one map in the last 5 or 6.
This event's been really good for him.
Yeah, and
this is.
I remember listening to the broadcast like a couple days ago and just hearing Blake go, "Man, like he had such a great series versus the Straws, even though the stats didn't show it, and that's an even better sign, right? Like even via the eye test in a situation where he's not getting 30 kills in a game, he's clearly having perceptible impact."
I also saw Sponge singing his praise. So,
right.
That's
good to see. Good to see.
Value. Mind you, for whatever it's worth, 6th player added to the roster, literally sitting behind you. Suddenly, Masuda, maybe you're no longer afraid to make mistakes if you feel like it's all on the line.
True.
Let's see if with the economy on the line for Heroic, they can puncture through Ziwu. A far more patient position than what we've seen him in, but with that flash, he bursts past, killing Borup and dying to Stown. Testes gonna activate on short shelf, just Tech 9's Apex's head off, and he's now on the FAMAS. An additional kill with the rifle. RPK tries to take to the top rope, and a single kill, turn 2. It is, of course, the plant from Cadian. What can Shox do about this? Especially on an op.
The Sandbags player, this is what makes it tough. You can't kill the Sandbags player, even if you know he's there, unless you can clear him. No wall bang in the world that's going to net you this frag.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those plays, huh? He's going to try to jump on it, taps it a second time, no short.
Oh my god, they're not even shooting
up.
him. He could have actually defused there.
Well, hindsight 2020.
Tough.
Scoreline 8-4.
I would like to say, though, based on what you said, Masuda has a lot of pressure on him, considering Navera sitting there in between RPK and Ziwu watching the play, right?
Chair.
He would have some pressure put on him, but yet we're seeing him step up more. I mean, there might be some weird reverse effect going on there. Is he stepping up to the challenge more so now than ever, realizing that he's not tenured?
Time will tell.
Time will tell.
But it is Vitality in another grand finals. Yet to put one away here throughout the online portion that Counter-Strike has graced us with. Heroic, however, one of the teams, the most improved. And Apex, careful. Yeah, that's going to cost you. Could cost him. They're going to start to bang him up through the walls. That's a lot of presence being shown here by Heroic, so a justified rotate in Masuda. Damn, Apex is the 3rd guy in the back of the line, and he's still getting tagged up.
He has nowhere to escape to. Yeah. They have the wallbang lineups.
That they do, of course. And I think that's just because Heroic are so seasoned on
Look at this, man. Oh my god. They mollied him out. They spam him on his way back. They look for the trade. They push him off short shelf. They haven't seen anybody, but they know what they're doing.
Yep. Masuda, now it's his turn. Can he dodge the deadly onslaught of Heroic's wallbangs? Apex was first, Zywoo was second. Masuda finds the better of the timing. Cadian with a back turn and a chance at an additional kill. Nico, though, a bit of a closer. Gets himself that double. Now they're going to rock this boat back. 30-second shot. He could stop them in their tracks. Stown doesn't clear it, and there is no real chance for them to go back to A, so they have to continue on. And Shox seems to know it. They clear the corners, but he's not going down. A 3K for Shoxy and a 5th round for Vitality.
Yeah, nasty by Shox. 3 rounds of difference. They could close this out. No telling what happens here in the second half, who's going to be really more comfortable. When Vitality did pick it, I didn't watch that match, so I don't know exactly what side they're liking more. But they're already looking at a very kind of reasonable half on the CT side. And now they're causing Heroic to run through some Molotovs, and hey, they've all got pistols.
Ooh. Okay, make mincemeat of the first 2. Number 3 belongs to Shox, and he's going to close it with a second as well. So now we've got Vitality with a little life in him. Not saying it was lacking, but Heroic instead smacking them round after round here on this T side, as we kind of expect. You know, I do believe Heroic have an edge on this 4th map. It's why they picked it.
Yeah.
But Vitality clearly not going down without a fight. Yes, RPK is trailing as that second B player. I feel like he has seen less of the action. Everybody kind of doing enough now. Shox just going to catch them off guard with the aggression. They never seem to see it coming. And seeing as Heroic didn't have much to work with, they will happily take that AK from his cold, clammy hands. But Masuda, hot on their heels.
Yeah, we absolutely have a map now. Good. I mean, Heroic have bought these last 2 rounds, but they really didn't have enough for last round. And yeah, didn't even realize it's already round 15. But I'm sure they did the math. Now, Nico walking up to the B site. We'll have to come through with a pretty miraculous entry. We can't write him off. Vertigo experts. Oh, they look for the flank. It's Masuda behind.
Done. And 1 round the difference. Join us after the break to see if Vertigo is where this party ends.
I've been stuck on memory, but it's not like I need it. And you may have some history, but we don't have to repeat it. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I'm gonna burn all the bridges between us.
Score lines were the tail of the tape for our first 5 halves. Then we had that masterclass of a T half from Heroic on Inferno. Now it's closer than ever. Split down the middle and Heroic have an edge. But will they be able to close this grand finals? Will they be able to deny Vitality their revenge? Down's gonna kick it off here on ramp. Nico emerging with a headshot of his own. And oh, Cadian adds one to the tally. It is a slaughter. Shox is gonna try his damnedest, but he too toppled as Heroic find their 9th.
Oh, we saw they came through with the protocols to nade out sandbags, and they couldn't even get to that point. They just wanted to chill out of the corner of the ramp. Down's halfway through his coke. We don't know how long this is going to last, how many he's got in the fridge, but it feels like he's got enough energy for this match already. 18 and 11, and they shut it down on the A ramp. We see how powerful it is to have a player up at sandbags, even if you know he's there. I expect Heroic to use that as much as possible. Full Glock save besides Shox decides to indulge a little bit. Maybe one of the only players to get a kill that round. Oh, assuming by his money. I did just spill water on my notepad.
Well, throw him out the window.
No.
Live in the moment, Launders.
Is that what Heroic's doing so well?
It could be. Patient, as ever. There's the bomb drop. There's the second from Cadian. And yeah, just this collection of MP9s racking up the cash, closing out the 17th. Heroic to double digits first.
Yeah, they relax. I mean, they're just sitting there waiting for Vitality to make a move. The move this time around is the full AK buy-in, and it'll be a true test of their T side. Establishing round here in the second half. Heroic, series point. 3 rounds up, 6 to go. And they lock out another best of 5 versus Vitality. Huge confidence victory for them on the horizon.
Another injection of cash. A big old stack of RMR points. And of course, a coveted invitation to the IEM Global Final at the end of the year. Ooh.
Oh, buddy.
The return to LAN.
Return to LAN. Man, it's been too long.
This is Scott players just on the other side, and Ziwu, surprise, surprise, takes his head clean off. Now that actually forces 2 sets of feet from Heroic to move up short shelf. So in the meantime, Vitality, yeah, they're gonna find them with their heads turned. It's perfect from Shox. Excellent timing. Now Cadian with his MP9 is pinned behind these boxes, and he has a teammate in Borup to try and help. Vitality haven't been able to close this just yet. They laid down a smoke in front of them, Heroic, and that alleviates a bit of pressure, but man, these just aren't the guns they want to work with. Not in the face of adversity, not in the face of 4 AKs. Flash is continuous, and the push comes through. Borup with another, but Ziwu closes. And an 8th round for Vitality.
3 up for him, opening kill, and the last 2. Shox in the middle of that finds a nice 2K. Here it is. The short shelf player denied. Testis, I sing his praises on short shelf. He's such a key fragger in that position. Still a lot more to see, of course, from Heroic's T side, but a nice way to start this half out. Now, Cadian, he's on the single op. They don't have enough of a cash injection to pick up 2 just yet, but we know how potent this man is with an AWP in his hands on Vertigo.
Okay. Little bolstering of the A ramp, but not much here. Just that one deagle tucked back quietly.
Is down? Oh. Yep. He is waiting. I think he's waiting for the opportunity. I don't know if he's looking over from this spot or if they're just waiting for the short shelf push.
If he uncrouches, he'll look over.
Right. Yeah. Oh, here it is.
Tries to go over, and it's
That's
successful. Yeah, big scalp to take as well. Now the artillery barrage thrown out, but that's not nearly as nice as Apex with the double headshot lineup. And they know that somebody's back behind sandbags. A Molotov meant to burn him out, but Borup, he gets a double kill elsewhere. And suddenly we are right back to Heroic with a man advantage. Apex, he still knows there's a player here. Tesses doing nothing. Is iced out. 20 seconds remain. Bomb's trying to scramble back into the action. They're going to have to find a solution to Cadian. What angle will he hold?
He heard them. He just has to stop them from crossing, really. So, oh, the flash
Fires
is
a
good.
shot. That gives Shock a
Dive
chance
it.
to cross. Apex with yet another 4 kills for Apex. Gunning for the ace. Can Cadian take it away? No, sir. Dan, Mattis Glare. Magnificent ace on the A site.
No way he does that. After Borup answers back with 2, the opening entries. It's down, collateral damage. Smart move on Tessus to call him out from his sandbags position. And then just clotheslines the last 2, including an offer. Good night, Cadian.
Oh, and look at the reward that Vitality now get to reap. Nothing but USPs and a taser for Heroic. Oh, we've got a game.
Yeah, we do.
Yes, we do.
Oh my God. I mean, we're both holding our breath. Of course, as commentators, we're trying to hype it up. But seriously, based on what we know about Heroic, it's you know, looking a bit unlikely. But now... Oh.
Yes, please. More of that. And especially from a guy like RPK. Before that 3K just now with his nasty little taps, he was sitting on 5 and 13.
Yikes.
So maybe if he can find a bit of a resurgence, then we're looking at a Vitality that made Heroic work over the first 2 maps. That T-side from Heroic on Inferno could end up being the anomaly, because outside of that one half, everything else has been close as can be. And now the form's coming back. This is it. Final 10 rounds of Vertigo.
Okay, I don't want to be dramatic, but there's the notes off the notepad. We're going to have to go round by round and see how comfortable they are. Stown goes to the push. He does not know they're holding. Misuda, he'll grab Cadian in the back now. Stown has to divide his attention between 2 angles. Apex.
Apex didn't breathe.
Masuda somehow through the wall. Oh my God, that leaves just Tessus and Borup. What just transpired in mid?
Bro, Masuda, oh my God, he ducks underneath the generator. That's what gives Stown his chance to push deep. Apex comes out from the ladder room and doesn't clear the corner, doesn't even see him on the fallback. Masuda has no idea he's there, still reacts accordingly when his big face is suddenly in the middle of his screen. Apex with a second leaves Borup all alone. We are talking a Vitality lead on Vertigo. A T-side that thus far has delivered 4 rounds in a row after going down 2-0. Heroic hit 10 first, but now Vitality. 1 round of a lead.
The story changes. Cadian's negative. Tessus, a key player on the A site. He's 9 and 17. Vitality small lead. A heroic play by the leader of Vitality to bring him back with the ace, with the double in round 21. Borup alone on the save. Heroic on the back foot. And we're in the final stretch. Oh my God. What a save. For what it's worth, what a save.
Hell yeah.
That brings Borup into the positive and gives us faith for the future rounds for his holds.
Very clear reminder that the form is still on point. It's just a matter of stringing these rounds together now, but even with those casualties stacking up versus Vitality, not necessarily an issue. Still 7K on Ziwu after the bye. There's money to go around. A silent creeping crawl here from Heroic on the A site. Heavily stacked, all 5 members in position. Shocks to be tested. Ooh, actually caught out in the open here. Ziwu's gonna trade it. Apex down. Good thing that sniper's there. He has made the difference thus far. And of course, with all that presence confirmed, they know exactly what's up. B site is there for the taking. Maybe one in.
Keep them light. I mean, they go on a deficit on this round as well. So, you know, Ziwu's got lots of money left over, but nobody else does. And that's the only way they're going to keep this game close. I mean, if Vitality had a giant bank to work with, and it wouldn't even matter if Heroic won a good round. So this damage, right, this kills per round stat that Borup's putting up, even with just exits, will matter. Will matter. Still early days here in the second half. This is something else. I kind of want to take a look at Heroic on their CT side and see, you know, what's kind of like the worst half that they've seen recently. Let me take a look.
Yeah, go digging.
Okay.
Just share your findings, that's all. Our analysts, rather Blett, kind of emphasized this double sniper setup from Heroic, and now they've got the cash for it. This is kind of what we come to expect, but we don't expect to see Cadian kind of struggling down there with Tesses. Tesses can be one of the most impactful short A players. Oh my god, the tracking!
Oh.
Like a clay pigeon. Ziwu just buys his time. And Nico never even has a damn chance. 5v4 for Vitality. Smoke fades. Cadian's in position. Flash perfect. He has to fall off his angle. He drops one of his own, but he doesn't go fishing for the frag. It's on Tesses. Here's the problem. Katie and Tesses, these are the two individuals struggling at this A site. And normally, they are a key piece to the success of Heroic. Vitality sizing up the situation that they've created on this A site. Cadian just blown into tomorrow by RPK's AK. Masuda's got that bomb plant guaranteed. Sure, Apex will hit the dirt back in mid. Now with Stown adding a frag to the tally, it is evened at the 3v3, but RPK tucks close. You want to talk about bottom fraggers? Well, RPK is exactly that for Vitality, but he's the front runner in this post plant. He hears the movement of Borup, has cover as Stown attempts to challenge out from CT spawn. Ziwu will drop Tesses, and with 11 HP, he is wrecked. A three-piece for Ziwu, 21 kills, 13 deaths, and a 13th round for Vitality. Watch this.
Oh. That's nicer than any collateral, any no scope, right? Those shots are luck. That is what real aim looks like. Heroic in the last two games, 8 and 11 rounds on CT side. Would be an anomaly if they only got 2 here. This is becoming psychological more than it is about the side, about the map. This is Vitality doing something they haven't really done on Vertigo, something special, and
defying the stats and completely unraveling this A site setup. Look at this.
They have the middle of the map.
Cadian.
Oh, they have no idea, man.
They have no clue. Dude, Vitality now looking like the kings of Vertigo in this one. Heroic setup intrinsically flawed by leaving that space in mid, and maybe they were aware of some bit of timing. Maybe they thought in their minds that they could go back to reclaim it. But Vitality, they absolutely run rampant through mid. No, rather, walking quietly, silently, sneaking up like a python in the snake. They coil up and strike, and they've drawn blood. Vitality, 2 away.
Let's talk about this.
I don't want to jinx it, but damn you, Elliot. Heroic are 17-13 on Vertigo this year, but 1-5 against French teams.
For what it's worth, French teams. I don't know. This is not Vitality. Tell you that much. This is not a performance that we've seen from them versus Heroic on Vertigo anywhere. This is something that can only happen in a grand final, right?
Yeah.
This is what happened to them on Inferno, where we expected more.
Oh, you're
This is
so
a psychological impact.
It's all about the second half T sides on both Inferno and Vertigo. Not to shine a microscope on any flaws, but rather just the utter success of Vitality. Here comes the flashbang. Ziwu completely blind. This is Heroic's chance. They swarm down into the forklift. Ziwu to be tested close smoke. Oh, and he's got Cadian running for his mama. Oh, 4 versus 2 ensues. And Heroic suddenly about to be fighting versus 5 map points. 5 map points. Just like Inferno. The Deagle goes down empty-handed. Borup nowhere to be found here. The T's will sink their teeth into the A site easily. You'd think. They throw up a wall of smokes, gives Borup a chance to just kind of throw something at the wall.
No,
Maybe
that
something
wall is
sticks.
thicker than a bowl of oatmeal. I don't think he's getting through that. Go back to B. And Borup's been great. They just got to avoid him. Yeah, they've been doing that well. Wow. Oh my God, I didn't expect it. I can't wait to see Blez's reaction. That's what I'm most excited for. I was feeling the exact same way as him.
Sure.
You know?
Understandably.
It's a grand final, best of 5. It might actually pit her out. And this is probably the end of the line. This is something else.
Man, to think that last BO5, Heroic embarrassed Vitality with that 3-0 sweep. They never even had a chance. Finally, when you thought that chance had been stripped away again, Vitality with a little bit of magic. Now, you can't write them off just yet, but I want to see Testes over on short A. I want to see these double snipers.
What do you do about that, though?
I don't know, man.
What do you do about that when he decides to hit shots like
fire.
that? When he can track you through a smoke and you land on the ramp and he kills you from 20 meters away, whatever that measurement is in Counter-Strike terms. And when he just keeps opening up the rounds like a goddamn can opener.
When we talk about Stound's performance on Vertigo, well, just bested by Ziwu base B. If they can boost a player up, suddenly Borup, he's going to get caught by this, you'd think, but he has a chance to stave this off. Oh, he could take the risk. Stick his head over the wood. You see his teammates' utility starting to soar forward. Apex then dropping Testes further back, but Borup's position called out. He lines him up and doesn't get the second. RPK's able to survive, and suddenly it's just Cadian left. Oh, and the 1v1 from 2 of the quietest members of each of these teams. A smoke and a flash for the tank. A full belt of utility, a full bar of health for Cadian. He's got the defuse kit. He literally has everything he could ask for, but can RPK close? He's creeping through smoke and he's got it! Vitality pusheth the distance, and Heroic falling where no one thought they would. Ladies and gentlemen, a best of 5 grand finals for DreamHack Open Fall that has delivered the